Good Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Vayeira, Tafshinayim Ches 5778 from Yerushalayim Yer HaKodesh. This week's thought is his first year outside is right now, tonight, and tomorrow. This week we learn many different things about Avraham Avinu. We learn also about Daim and Light and all that fun story. And when it comes to the story of Sodom, and when it comes to the Torah telling us about how Hashem destroyed Sodom, the pasuk reads, "V'Hashem himtir al Sodom ve'al Amora, gofris ve'esh me'es Hashem min hashomayim." Okay? And both times he uses the name of Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, the name of Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, the name of God, which we know al pi Chazal, that when the Torah uses the words Elokim, referring to God, Elokim is the Midas Hadin, the Midah of judgment, being straight, and while the name of Yud-Kei Vav-Kei symbolizes the Midas HaRachamim, the attribute of mercy. In other words, that when the Torah describes God as Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, that's telling us that now he's acting in the Midah of mercy, in a more merciful way. Versus when it talks and it uses the word Elokim, Elokeinu, Elokus, that's when it's more of a judgment, more of a straighter, harsher sometimes. Okay? So the question then is, if right now Hashem is destroying Sodom, and that's what the pasuk is describing, not once but twice is it using the words and the name of God as Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, in a merciful way. That God the Torah's telling us that God acted over here in a very merciful way when destroying Sodom. Okay, so so why? The question is why. And to answer this, we're going to learn a little bit from Mordechai Gifter, and he says that even though it looks a little bit harsh, when Hashem is destroying the wicked, when Hashem destroys the wicked, it comes from His mercy and His rachamim and His compassion on the rest of the world. By taking the bad out of the world, it makes the world a better place. This also is foreknown in Shemais. The pasuk says, "Hashem ish milchama Hashem Shemai." Hashem, again, the name Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is ish milchama Hashem Shemai. Yud-Kei Vav. So the Midas HaRachamim is fighting a war. The same concept. Even the Sforno explains that even though Hashem Kaviyachal is an ish milchama, destroying the wicked with the midah of din is still Hashem. It is His name. That still, even when He's destroying the wicked, that is the rachamim. Because by getting rid of the wicked, by getting rid of the bad in the world, He's giving the rest of the world an existence. He takes the thorns out of the bush from the vineyard. Okay, the Gemara also tells us that perhaps a different understanding is that really the entire city of Sodom was supposed to be destroyed, but Hashem, in His infinite rachamim, in His infinite compassion, saved light. And that was the Midas of Rachamim that we're discussing over here. That's what Rav Gifter is telling us. In life, we go through some times, and we sometimes have very difficult times in our own lives, in our own personal lives, in our more public lives, in our communal lives sometimes, and the community going through a hard time, the people going through a hard time, and people go through a hard time, and we sometimes feel as though Hashem is acting with us in a way of Elokus, in a way of Elokim, in the Midas Hadin, in that, you did something, that's why you're going to get, in a very harsh way we feel sometimes. What we need to remember is that there are times when, even when it looks, and it might be a compelling image to think that Hashem is coming at me now in a tough way, we have to realize that for whatever reason we need to go through whatever we're going through, and Hashem is putting us through it because of His Midas HaRachamim, because He loves us so much and He's so compassionate. He knows that our neshamas need certain situations in order to make us greater and better people, and therefore He puts us in those situations to rise to the occasion, which ultimately is the Midas HaRachamim. Hashem Hashem Kel Racham B'chana. We should all try and take this and put this and see it in our lives, as hard as it may be. And hopefully we'll see much more of the Midas HaRachamim. Thank you so much for listening. Any questions or feedback, you can always leave them in the comment section below. Good Shabbos.